AIESEC shaped my life in many ways. The most important one is in lifelong relationships.
I support AIESEC Life because AIESEC Life supported me. They gave me the opportunity to live abroad and to open up my world to a more global understanding. They promote peace and leadership in young people, and I just can't ask for anything more from an organization who I want to support financially.
Why AIESEC? 60 years ago, AIESEC taught me the value of international friendship, made me fluent in French and Italian, gave me my first leadership opportunity, and introduced me to my wife of almost 58 years. I cannot recommend highly enough participation in this organization, which has made an incredible mark on both the international community, the business community, and most importantly, the human community.
I met and made many friends through AIESEC. Many of them are lifelong friendships, even with people who picked me up at the airport in 1989. I met my wife through AIESEC. When I was able to support the local chapter, I was on the board of advisors, I helped with fundraising, but I moved since out of the area, and I am supporting AIESEC through AIESEC Life by making financial donations.
AIESEC has probably played the most fundamental role in making me the person that I am, and for that, I'm eternally grateful. I support AIESEC Life because it's the most effective way for me to ensure that others can benefit from the amazing impact that only AIESEC can create in the world.
It was really that experience that taught me how to be an entrepreneur. I mean, I was a business major, but I learned more in AIESEC than I did in my classes, even though I learned a lot in classes.
AIESEC made me an internationalist, a lover of intercultural experiences, gave me my career, taught me so much, and even more.
The teamwork at our local committee was one of the first steps toward strengthening and building relationships. I attended the International Congress in Berlin in 1962, when traineeships were traded manually and in face-to-face connections. I was responsible for negotiating the traineeships with England and Sierra Leone. And my counterpart from Sierra Leone eventually attended my wife's and my wedding.
Through AIESEC, I was able to get a lot of education that I didn't get through my engineering degree. I learned about leadership, I learned about finance, I learned about sales, I learned about running an entrepreneurial business.
I volunteer and give to AIESEC because it changed my life and helped me become a lot more successful than I probably would have been otherwise. And also, it supports this mission, which is ever more important, about intercultural understanding and exchange. In today's world, is something that we need more than ever.
I give to AIESEC Life because that is the organization that had the most positive impact on my life. I have lived or worked in more than half a dozen countries on 4 continents, and AIESEC is the organization that I give the most to every year. So I encourage you to also support AIESEC Life because of the positive impact it will have on hundreds of thousands of people around the world. We need it more than ever because the foundation of AIESEC was to have a better world to live in, more peace, better education, better management and leadership development, and AIESEC Life encompasses that. So please give to AIESEC Life generously.
Through AIESEC, I've met my best friends, like the most important people in my life. I've grown a lot more confident professionally and personally, and really just came into more myself in my early 20s, but with the huge help of AIESEC as well. And been able to travel, meet people from different parts of the world and countries, and it's really supported me professionally as well in terms of people people I know. So although I've only been at the organization for a few months, I'm a lifelong supporter and fan of AIESEC. And if you're considering what to donate to this year, I'd really recommend AIESEC Life. The funds are really helping our conferences. And I know that despite there wasn't a lot of opportunity for conferences in the past 2 years with the pandemic, they're getting back to it now. Those are the places that you meet people, and that really change your life. So if you can, please do. I know I will.
Why join AIESEC? It was a couple of years ago, many years ago. At the time, the economy was in a huge transition from communist to perceived democracy. There were multiple elements that we were trying to understand as a student. The entire economy was shifting from a government-owned entity to privatizations, and the university was not able to keep up with the education system as such. We had to implement multiple alternatives in the economy. AIESEC was the solution.
I went to a conference, a international conference, and I met my wife. She writes those books right there. We have 2 children that wouldn't exist. They're now 23 and 21 years old. So AIESEC obviously affected not only my professional life, but my personal life. And most of my friends are in AIESEC.
I learned how to step up. I learned how I could get things done. I learned how to involve people, influence people, inspire people, develop teams, and get good results. And that's lasted me throughout my whole life. So in a word, AIESEC gave me my life, and it gave me my career.
As you know right now, the principles AIESEC was founded on still apply to the current situation in the world, more so than ever. So I really encourage you to give time or give money to AIESEC Life, get involved with the local chapters, support them, do any way you can. And it's a great way to give back for an organization that has done so much for me, and hopefully for you as well.
I give every year to AIESEC Life on Giving Tuesday because it is the fundamental organization that gave me so much for my future, for my career, for my friendships, for everything that I am about.
So AIESEC made a tremendous impact on my personal life. I met my wife, Jessica, at AIESEC at Georgia Tech. Got 2 beautiful kids who hopefully will be AIESECers in the future. I believe very strongly in the power of AIESEC for peace and international understanding.
And helping to bring the college students who are suffering so much in the pandemic and help them see the light at the end of the tunnel, help them develop into leaders who are going to make a world that's so much better than our own. That seems so worthwhile.
I met with my English counterpart on the east side of the wall, which had been built in August the previous year, with students in a bombed out Berlin office building with the light bulb hanging from the ceiling, giving them chocolate and cigarettes and talking about their life on the east side of the wall.
You don't learn leadership by books or by courses. You learn it by doing. And that's what AIESEC does. It gives you the chance to learn to be a leader.
It's really affected the rest of my life. And I really want other people to have the chance to do all these things, to learn about themselves through contributing to this amazing mission. So I hope you'll join me in donating, volunteering.
The big thing is that when we graduated, AIESEC was such a huge part of our life that we kind of felt like, okay, well, that's over now. Let's go do something else. And I think a lot of alumni are starting to say, well, we need AIESEC probably more now than we ever did, right?
I can go anywhere in the world and find friends, new people I've never met, but who share my values, who share the view of the world that we all have. So it's an extraordinary experience, not only at the student level, but forever, ever after that. And I'm so indebted to AIESEC Life and AIESEC Alumni International, and of course, the student leadership in the U.S. and its local committees and everywhere.
All these shape values and capabilities I have today. I can't be more enthusiastic about supporting AIESEC moving forward.
If you're involved with AIESEC Life, thank you so much. If you're not yet involved, you're not yet a member, please consider joining. You can help the current students recover from COVID and thrive again at local committees, go to national conferences, be able to participate in the traineeship program, and be able to help fellow alumni as well.